Hello everyone, welcome back to another session with me, Pushpa. So today we will be discussing theorem 1.6, examples 7, 8, 9 and 10 examples. Okay, so let's move on to the theorem 1.6. Let P be a prime number. If P divides A square, where A is a positive integer, then P divides A. Okay, let's consider. So what is given? A is a positive integer. A is a positive integer. Okay. Then what is P? P is a prime number. P is a prime number. Okay. Now, let's consider A is equal to, if A will have factors P1 into P2 into P3 and so on Pn. Okay. According to prime factorization method. Then P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn are prime numbers or prime numbers which may or may not be distinct. So, you know what are prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 are prime numbers, right? So, what do you mean by may or may not be distinct? So, let's take the example and I'll explain you. Let me take example 16. So, 16 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. So, the factors are same. Factors are same, which means they are not distinct. Okay, they are not distinct. So, take example 15. 15 can be written as 3 into 5. Factors are different. They are different. So, they are distinct. The factors are distinct. Okay. So, this is here. So, the factors may be same or may not be same. Okay. Now, if A is equal to P1, P2, P3, P4 and so on Pn, then A square is equal to P1 into P2 into P3 into P4 and so on Pn into again P1 into P2 into P3 and so on Pn. Okay. Now, A square is equal to P1 square, isn't it? When you are multiplying this with this, P1 square into P2 square into P3 square and so on Pn square. Okay. Now, so prime factors of A square are, then now the prime factors of A square are P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. Okay. So P is a prime factor. P is a prime number that divides A square, isn't it? P is a prime number that divides A square. Okay. Now, P belongs to P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn. Okay. Now, A is equal to P1 into P2 into P3 and so on Pn. So, if A is equal to P1, P2, P3 and so on Pn, then P also belongs to the same set, right? So, then P is any factor from P1 to Pn. Okay, P1, P2 and so on Pn. So, P is a factor of A. P is a factor of A. And P is a factor of A square. P divides A and P divides A square. Let's take an example and check it out. Example. 5 is a factor of 10 square, then 5 divides 10. Now what are the factors of 10 square? Two into 5 into 5 into 2, which means 5 is a factor of 10 square, and 5 divides 10 square. Okay, same way 5 divides 10. So let's check the factors of 10. 2 into 5. So 5 divides, 5 is also a factor of 10. So 5 divides 10. 5 is a factor of 10. 5 divides 10. Okay, is it clear? Done. Now, let's look into the example. Show that root 2 is irrational. Now, root 2 is irrational. Now, we have to prove that root 2 is irrational. Now, here for all these examples and exercise problems, we are going to use a technique called contradiction technique. So, this is completely based on contradiction technique. What is contradiction? We are going to use a technique called contradiction. What is contradiction? Is nothing but opposing. We are opposing it and then we are getting into the proof. Okay. Let us assume root 2 is a rational number. So what is the proof? The proof is root 2 is irrational. But let's assume that root 2 is rational number. Then what is the condition for rational number? Then if any number is a rational, then it has to be represented in the form of p by q. Right? It has to be represented in the form of p by q, where p comma q are integers and q should not be equal to 0. Therefore, root 2 is equal to p by q. Squaring on both sides. Root 2 whole square is equal to p square by q square. Root and square gets cancelled. So 2 is equal to p square by q square. Now, two q square is equal to p square. Let's consider this as equation 1. So q square is equal to p square by 2. So here q square is equal to p square by 2, where p square is divisible by 2. So if p square is divisible by 2 according to the theorem, then p is also divisible by 2, isn't it? So one more thing we have to assume that p and q are coprimes. P and q are coprimes. Okay. So if q square is equal to p square by 2, then p square is divisible by 2 and p is also divisible by 2. Then, now let us take, now let us take p is equal to 2a, squaring on both sides. P square is equal to 2a whole square. P square is equal to 4a square. Okay. Now let's consider this as equation 2. Now substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Now what is equation 1? Equation 1 is 2q square is equal to p square. Now 2q square is equal to 4a square. Now a square is equal to 2q square by 4. 2 1s are 2 2s are. A square is equal to q square by 2. Which means q square is divisible by, therefore q square is divisible by 2 and q is also divisible by 2. Now, this is a contradiction. Why it is a contradiction? Because P and Q have a common factor 2. But what we assumed that P comma Q are coprimes. So for coprimes, okay, there should be only one common factor, one as common factor, isn't it? So therefore P comma Q, but this is a contradiction, the factor P comma Q are coprimes. This contradiction has arisen because we assumed that root 2 is rational number. Okay, so thus our assumption is false. Thus our assumption is false. Therefore, root 2 is irrational number. Okay, next. Let's move on to the next example. Example 8. 5 minus root 3 is irrational. So here also we are using the contradiction technique. Let us assume that see students, if you feel that I am going very fast, you can put it in the comment section and you can reduce the speed also in the settings. You can put it to 0.75. Okay, let us assume that 5 minus root 3 is rational. So for rational numbers, so 5 minus root 3 should be equal to P by Q, and P comma Q or integers. Q should not be equal to 0. 5 minus root 3 is equal to P by Q. Okay, now 5 minus P by Q is equal to root 3. Since 5P comma Q are integers, then 5 minus P by Q is also rational. If 5 minus P by Q is rational, then root 3 is also rational. Thus, contradicting the reality that root 3 is irrational. Okay, but this contradicts the fact that root 3 is rational. This contradiction came because this contradiction occurred because of our assumption that 5 minus root 3 is rational number. So we conclude that five minus root 3 is irrational. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next example. Example 9. Show that 3 root 2 is irrational. Again, we use the contradicting technique. Let us assume 3 root 2 is rational. If 3 root 2 is rational, then it should be equal to p by q, where p comma q are integers and q should not be equal to 0. So 3 root 2 is equal to p by q. 3 root 2 is equal to p by q. Now root 2 is equal to p by 3q. Okay. Since p, q, 3 are integers, then p by 3q is rational. If p by 3q is rational, then root 2 is rational. Is it rational? Is root 2 rational? No. Thus contradicting the fact that root 2 is rational. Okay, why did this occur? This occurred because we assumed that, this occurred because we assumed that 3 root 2 is irrational. Thus, we conclude 3 root 2 is irrational. Okay, done. Example 10. Prove that root 2 plus root 3 is irrational. So, consider root 2 plus, let us assume root 3 plus root 2 plus root 3 is rational. So, if root 2 plus root 3 is rational, then root 2 plus root 3 is equal to a by b, for where a comma b are integers and b should not be equal to 0. So, root 2 plus root 3 is equal to a by b. Now, what are we going to do? Now, root 2 is equal to a by b minus root 3. Squaring on both sides. Root 2 whole square is equal to a by b minus root 3 whole square. Now, this is of the form a minus b whole square. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. What is a here? A by b. Sorry. And what is b? Root 3. Now, root and square gets cancelled. 2 is equal to a by b whole square plus root 3 whole square minus 2a by b into root 3. Okay, let's move on to the next step. 2 is equal to a square by b square plus 3 minus 2a by b root 3. Okay, now let's send this root 3 term to the other side and we'll send this 2 to this side. So, minus 2a by b root 3 becomes plus, when we are sending it to the RHS, a square by b square plus 2 plus 3 minus 2. This plus 2 becomes, when you are sending it to the RHS, it becomes minus 2. So, 2a root 3 by b is equal to a square by b square plus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. Now, 2a root 3 by b is equal to, take LCM, b square, a square plus b square. Now, 2a root 3, do the cross multiplication, into b square is equal to b into a square plus b square. Cancel b and b. 2ab root 3 is equal to a square plus b square. Root 3 is equal to a square plus b square by 2ab. Now, we'll write this. Since a, b and 2 are rational, then a square plus b square by 2ab is also rational. Okay. If a square plus b square by 2ab is rational, then root 3 is also rational. But this is contradicting the fact. This contradicts the fact root 3 is irrational. So what is the fact? Root 3 is irrational. Okay. Next. So if root 3 is rational number, then this contradicts the fact that, hence, this contradicts the fact that root 3 is irrational. So if root 3 is irrational, then root 2 plus root 3 is also irrational. Root 2 plus root 3 is also irrational. Okay. So please listen once or twice so that you will get a clear picture of all these problems. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. So if you like my video, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon for new videos. Thank you for watching. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.